Increase the magneton pulse to 3,000 terajoules.
No, Tyrell. We can't contain the orb's Verteron emissions. We have to...
We're out of time, Zoto. The Federation's taking control of the station and our project is being cancelled. This is our last chance. Initiate the pulse. Now. Ronell, status.
I'm reading a massive Verteron cascade. We're losing primary power. Switching to backup.
Safety protocols are offline.
Boost the containment beam.
Too late. The Verteron cascade is causing a subspace rupture.
Scanners are offline.
Switch to portables.
The Verteron cascade is focusing on a single point. Field strength increasing. Subspatial curvature is now 1.4 million Ligots and rising.
It's forming a wormhole. Is it stable?
Specify.
Kira Nerys, personal log, stardate 51957.1. I'm on my way to Bajor to meet with Obanik Keelan, a friend of mine from the days of the occupation. Keelan used to be one of the best soldiers in the Bajoran resistance. And he was a good friend. But now, he's the leader of the cult of the Pah-wraiths. I'm disgusted by his choice of religions, but after all we've been through, I can't just turn my back on him. Obanik truly believes the prophets have abandoned Bajor, and that the Pah-wraiths are the true prophets. He makes a very convincing argument. I hate to admit it, but he almost had me believing it. Now he wants me to help him convince the Federation to put pressure on the Vedic Assembly to let him and his cult explore the ancient temple on Gerado. I don't know what to do. I want to help him, but if I do, am I helping the Pah-wraiths? I gave him my word I'd always be there for him. If I say no to his request, I might as well forget every promise I ever made.
Those bastards in the Assembly have sent a team of killers to silence us.
Kira to runabout. Computer, respond.
It's no use, Nerys. They're jamming long-range communications.
Keelan, does the monastery have a subspace transceiver?
Affirmative. The communication array is mounted on the tower on the opposite side of the bridge.
If we realign the array's transceiver coils, we may be able to send a focused subspace signal to the runabout and beam everyone to safety.
It's worth a shot, but the enemy has blocked the top of the bridge with their APC. You'll need to take a less direct approach to the tower.
Acknowledged. Just feed me the directions.
I'll get my brethren to safety. We'll rendezvous at the tower. Obanik out. Nerys, follow Jaro. He'll lead you to the chapel. Hidden inside, you'll find supplies and the key to our library. Be careful. The Koltan have already infiltrated the monastery and the tower.
Acknowledged. Kira out. Keelan, I'm inside the chapel.
There are hidden switches on both statue pedestals. Activate them. Once the panels open, take the supplies and the library key. It's a stone tablet.
Let me guess. You installed the security systems in the monastery?
Old habits die hard, Nerys.
Obanik, I've got the key.
Head to the library. It's on the other side of the courtyard. Look sharp.
Please stop them before they murder the Prior. The love of the Power.
Keelan, does the pool connect to a reservoir?
Affirmative. The pool connects to the main reservoir and environment control center. That's your objective. But you'll need to raise the reservoir grade first. Go to the library and get the engineering card. It'll grant you access to the environment controls. Quickly, Nerys.
Understood. Kira out.
May your burn in the
Please stop them before they murder the Prior. The love of the Power race be with you.
Drop your weapon!
Keelan, I'm inside the library.
Locate the 4 statues and activate the switches on each pedestal. Then head to the stone murals in the middle of the library. Grab the engineering access key and the rifle.
Rifle? You keep weapons in a place of worship?
Can you blame me?
Must save the Prylar. The Pah-wraiths will guide you.
Bannock to Kira. Head back to the cleansing pool in the habitat area. With the engineering card, you can access the environment controls and open the reservoir grate.
Acknowledged. Kira out.
Reese, run across the underside of the bridge to the tower. Watch out for the enemy's impulse fighter.
Acknowledged. Kira out.
Come with me, quickly. Come with me, quickly. Come with me, quickly.
Keelan, there's a force field blocking the way.
Damn! The enemy must have tripped the security net in that section. Try locating the field generator with your tricorder. Determine its frequency.
And then adjust my phaser's modulation to match.
Right. You should be able to blast through the field and destroy the generator.
Acknowledged. Kira out. Keelan, I'm inside the tower.
Good work. Now, listen carefully. You'll need to realign the communication array using the console on the first floor. The card is hidden behind a holographic wall on the second floor. Use your tricorder to locate the wall and the hidden control switch. Hurry, Nerys. If the enemy destroys the array, we're finished.
Understood. Kira out. Kirito Bannock. I've realigned the communication array.
I'm taking fire. Run to the top of the tower. Signal will run about from...
Keelan.
Die, heretic! May your palm burn in the fire cave, infidel! Die, heretic! May your palm burn in the fire caves, infidel!
Kirito Runabout. Computer, respond.
Awaiting command.
Leaving so soon, Nerys?
Keelan. Yes, I'm leaving. And I won't be back. No offense. We can locate the survivors and signal for help from the ship. Computer, 2 to beam up.
I think I've seen the Jurado Temple ruin that O'Bannock has described. In my recent nightmares. I can't explain why, but I feel compelled to visit the temple. I just hope Kai Wynn feels compelled to let me.
Major, I've got something. I I found a report in the archive on Memory Alpha from a deep space scout ship that patrols the Romulan neutral zone. The species that attacked us and the Bajoran science vessel is the Grigari. They're scavengers and pirates from the fringes of the Beta Quadrant. I've uploaded a full report to your pad.
The Defiant is undergoing extensive repairs. It will be out of commission for at least 2 days.
Nerys, I hope your captain is willing to assist my brethren. I am convinced we will find an answer to the role the Pah-wraiths will play in Bajor's future, buried inside the temple ruin on Jurado. The answer lies in the orbs of the Pah-wraiths. Kyrene fears what we may discover. That's the only reason she has forbidden all Bajorans access to the mine and the temple.
Major, the technician who discovered the bodies is still in a state of shock.
The Cardassian corpses were desiccated by their prolonged exposure to space. However, based on the degree of molecular damage they sustained from exposure to cosmic particles, I'd estimate they died approximately 6 years ago, not long before the Cardassian withdrawal from the station. They appear to have rematerialized from transport inside the station's hull. However, there's no way to tell whether it was deliberate or accidental.
Rumor has it you may be taking a trip to an ancient Bajoran temple on Jurado. You should know, I have clients who would pay very handsomely for any rare Bajoran artifacts you might find.
Major.
It would seem Constable Odo has stumbled upon a most perplexing murder mystery. Apparently, 2 unidentified Cardassian soldiers had the distinct misfortune to become fused into the hull of the station some 6 years ago. It reminds me of an old Cardassian saying, "There are ways to die, and there are ways to die."
Major, I've forwarded the dead Cardassians' DNA profiles to Cardassia Prime for identification.
Personal log supplemental. After hearing Obanek's side of the story, the captain has decided to lead the away mission to the temple on Jurado. He said he hopes to find an answer there to the nightmares he's been having lately. I know that he's been through a lot as the emissary, but between the war and the toll these visions have been taking on him, I'm worried that he might be in more danger than he'll admit, or even knows.
Dax to away team. A Bajoran assault vessel and impulse ship are approaching. Neither ship is responding to our hails. We suspect it's the same Kaltan faction that attacked Obanek's monastery.
Commander, raise shields, but keep your distance.
Aye, sir. Away team, the assault vessel has established orbit. They're beaming troops to your location. The smaller impulse ship has entered the moon's atmosphere and is heading toward the facility.
Dax, notify the station and the Bajoran government that we're under attack and require immediate assistance. Away team, ready your weapons, and look sharp. We still have a job to do.
Kirito Obanik, I'm inside the operations room.
Nerys, search the facility for an operations access card. They're color-coded.
Acknowledged. Kira out. Ventilation shutters.
If they're still functional, you should be able to raise them by accessing the environmental system. The controls are located in the operations room.
Understood. Kira out. Is there an alternative route to the objective?
Hold on, Major. Let me look at the schematics.
Chief, if I may.
Be my guest.
Nerys, you should be able to climb into the elevator room through the ventilation conduits. But first you'll need to open the ventilation shutters from operations.
Acknowledged. Kira out.
enemy ship has destroyed the access point to the lower mine. I can't reach the objective. Please advise.
Nerys, there is an auxiliary shaft that connects to the lower mine and the temple. The shaft is located outside the base. You need to open the exterior gates to reach it.
Acknowledged. Kira out. Keelan, sections of the facility are locked off.
Access cards to reach those areas, Nerys.
Understood. Kira out. Obanek, I need to use one of the drilling machines, but the isotolinium inductor's been removed.
There should be spare inductors back inside the base. Try the generator room opposite the tower.
Acknowledged. Kira out. Curator Runabout. I've reached the temple.
Mr. Worf, set your tricorder to make a holographic scan of the mural.
Aye, sir.
Dax to Captain Sisko.
Good to hear your voice, old man. Report.
O'Brien adjusted the comm system's frequency harmonics to compensate for the planet's magnesite deposits.
Good work. And the call time?
Retreating. 3 Bajoran militia cruisers are en route. They'll be here in 4 minutes. What's your status, Ben?
We found the shrine. There aren't any orbs here, but we found a mural that might be of some help.
Scan complete, Captain.
We're finished here, Dax. Radio ahead and tell Quark we're going to need Hollow Suite 1.
For how long?
As long as it takes.
And if he objects?
Tell him I insist. 3 to beam up.
Personal log, stardate 51957.9. We're on our way back to Deep Space Nine, where we'll take a closer look at the mural from Jurado. The Bajoran government says it'll investigate the Kaltan attack on the temple, but I suspect Kai Wynn won't let the inquiry get very far. As if we don't have enough trouble, Odo says the Carnelian Circle, an emergency medical operation on Cardassia, sent some provost named Dejar to take control of the investigation into the 2 Cardassian corpses we found stuck in the hull this morning. But the captain says O'Brien found a hidden lab on the other side of the bulkhead, so we're going to stall Dejar as long as we can, until we get some real answers. The captain's ordered the lab sealed.
According to the station schematics, the laboratory in Pylon 2 doesn't exist. The Cardassians disguise the space by making the adjoining sections appear larger than they really are. But that's not the best part. The power conduits to the lab have been rerouted, so that even the computer doesn't know it exists. Bloody Cardies.
Major, the Carnelian Circle team leader, Provost Dejar, has asked to examine the laboratory where the rest of the victims' bodies were discovered. I'll be taking her there shortly. You've got to hand it to Cardassian security. The lab was right under our noses, and it remained undetected all these years.
Security has completed a Level 4 scan of the Cardassian shuttle. It is not armed. Nonetheless, we should minimize the length of their visit and monitor their activities at all times.
I've uploaded my preliminary analysis of the Jurado mural to your pad. It's clear the mural depicts the 3 orbs of the Pa-wraiths and the wormhole, but it's not clear what that relationship is. I'll set the computer to begin translating the ideograms. However, the translation will take several hours, or maybe even days.
Major.
The Carnelian Circle appreciates your cooperation in this matter. We are trying to locate all the Cardassians who went missing in action during the Bajoran occupation. The victims you discovered were actually part of Gul Dukat's elite guard. As you might imagine, there's considerable political pressure to investigate their deaths. There are those who believe Dukat might have killed them to conceal one of his more heinous war crimes. We'll return to Cardassia once we've conducted our own examination of the laboratory.
When I heard we were expecting Cardassian visitors, it was music to my ears. At last, I thought, I'll finally be able to shift those crates of Kanar left behind from the Cardassian occupation. Imagine my disappointment when I discovered there were only 3 Cardassians aboard that big shuttle. And none of them bring Kanar! It's like my father always said, when you're looking to make a profit, you can't beat a drunk Cardassian.
Major.
I've completed my analysis of the soldiers' remains. They weren't beamed into the hull. Judging from the molecular disruption in their tissue and the surrounding metal, it appears the Cardassians and the bulkhead were struck by a concentrated spatial distortion field. The question is, what caused the distortion field?
It surprises me that the Cardassians would send Carnelian's Circle specialists to retrieve the bodies of 2 low-ranking soldiers, unless they weren't mere soldiers. On the other hand, if the Cardassians really are here to conduct an investigation, this might be even more serious than we think.
I presume the Carnelian Circle have come to retrieve their fallen comrades and investigate their mysterious deaths. I must say, that's quite a lofty honor for 2 lowly soldiers.
Bodies were found on the other side of that bulkhead.
Station-wide worker revolt in progress. Priority security protocols activated.
It's still here. Now I can finish what I began all those years ago. Tyrell to Corza. I have the package and we're on our way. Prepare for launch.
Cisco to Ops. Red alert. Dajar and her team are from the Obsidian Order. They're trying to steal an orb that was hidden on board the station.
Captain, I don't know how she did it, but Dajar reactivated the Cardassians' counterinsurgency program. We've lost computer access to virtually every system.
Sir, the program has also triggered a station-wide transport scrambler. Nobody can beam on or off the station, including the Cardis.
That means she's heading for their shuttle on foot. I may be able to catch up with her.
Captain, I'm heading to docking port 5 to cut her off.
Acknowledged. Chief, is there any way to override the security lockdown?
If we manually reinitialize one of the computer cores, we may be able to quarantine the security program in diagnostic mode.
Captain, I'll take care of the computer core.
Good luck, Major. Cisco out.
O'Brien, report. Look out!
Nothing to report at this time, Major.
Acknowledged. Kira out.
The Cardassians attacked without warning. Why are they doing this? Why? Drop your weapon!
Chief, I can't gain access to the core.
You'll need to reinitialize the EPS taps on either side of the core. That'll reset the entire system and unlock the access control console.
Understood.
Drop your weapon!
Cardassian butchers.
Kira to O'Brien. I've reinitialized the EPS taps. What's next?
Okay, head back to the access control console and unlock the core. Then go straight through to the ODN network center on the other side. I'll guide you from there, Major.
I'm on my way. Kira out.
Dax to Kira. The Cardassian security program has reactivated anti-personnel turrets in sections of the station. They've been set to neutralize any life form that isn't Cardassian. Keep your distance, Major. Dax out.
Once you have the rods, head back to the core, and I'll guide you from there.
Acknowledged. Kira out.
I'm picking up anomalous graviton signatures inside the pylon. I think the Cardassians are placing gravitic mines. Scan the area and proceed with caution. Dax out.
Major, insert the diagnostic rods into the core's master isolinear banks. The banks are located on either side of the upper column.
Understood. Kira out. Kira to Chief O'Brien. The core should now be running in diagnostic mode.
Nice work, Major. I'll try to isolate the Cardassian security program.
Kira, I'm detecting an anomalous Eichner radiation surge in one of the fusion reactors. I think it's another trilithium bomb.
Chief, I need to get down there.
No problem. Head back to the turbolift. You should have access to all levels now.
Dax to Cisco, Dejar's shuttle is getting away. Tractor beam's still offline.
Track them!
They've gone to warp. I'm sorry, Ben. We've lost them.
Damn it. Senior staff to my office, on the double.
This should never have happened. Keeping their weapons and crew in transporter suspension was ingenious, but I should have caught it. Anyway, my full report on Prefect Tyrell and the Orb Laboratory has been uploaded to your pad. It includes all the data Chief O'Brien was able to extract from the laboratory workstations and the information Garrick and I gleaned from our few remaining sources inside Cardassian intelligence.
Starfleet Command isn't happy we let the Obsidian Order steal a potential superweapon from the station. The recovery of the orb from the Ulysses wreckage on SR-3 is an attempt to level the playing field. Details of the SR-3 orb and the Ulysses crash have been uploaded to your pad, along with our mission objectives.
The Defiant is fully operational, and I have assembled a team for the Ulysses mission. Because SR-3 is located deep inside Cardassian space, we will need to rely heavily on the cloaking device to avoid detection.
The computer finished translating the mural ideograms, and it doesn't look good. According to the text, the 3 orbs are the keys to ascension. Together, they hold the power to release the Paul Wraiths from Purgatory and open the gates to their own celestial temple, a second wormhole. If the orbs can open a new wormhole, it's entirely possible Tyrell could create a weapon capable of forming transient subspace ruptures. I'll forward this information to Starfleet Command and get ready for the Ulysses mission.
Repairs are underway in Pylon 2 and the computer core. It's a good thing we were able to deactivate the trilithium bombs. There wouldn't have been much left to repair otherwise. The security program that Tyrell activated has been purged for good. It was a copy of the counterinsurgency program that Jake triggered a few years ago. Somehow it managed to conceal itself when we scanned the network after purging the last one. Just to be on the safe side, I have a team scanning the entire network for anomalous routines that could be exploited as a backdoor.
I'd like to lodge a formal complaint regarding station security. If Odo spent a little less of his time harassing me and my clients, perhaps he'd be able to stop real criminals and threats to security. Like, say, a group of 50 Obsidian Order killers.
Thankfully, our casualties were light, considering the circumstances. The severely injured are all in stable condition. I'm preparing a wide variety of medical supplies for the SR-3 mission, on the remote chance that any of the Ulysses crew survived the crash.
Odo shouldn't be so hard on himself. The Obsidian Order are the undisputed masters of subterfuge and infiltration, from what I gather. Prefect Tyrell was, and still is, obsessed with the red orbs and the potential they have as weapons of mass destruction. She is, by all accounts, quite mad. However, her heart is in the right place, at least as far as I'm concerned. Her goal is to create a weapon that will allow Cardassia to free itself from Dominion enslavement and restore the Empire to its former glory. If only I could believe that's how it would all play out. I'll do everything in my power to help locate Tyrell and the orb.
Personal log, stardate 51959.2. Traveling under cloak, the Defiant has crossed into Cardassian space to find a shipwrecked Starfleet research vessel, the Ulysses. Admiral Ross's report says the Ulysses crew found an orb like the one Tyrell stole from DS9, but the Cardassians disabled their ship before they could do any research. The Federation has ordered us to recover the orb from the Ulysses at all costs. If Tyrell turns her orb into a weapon, they want to fight fire with fire. I have the con, while Captain Sisko and Commander Worf lead the away mission to recover the orb.
Jem'Hadar attack ship, bearing 218 Mark 12 and closing fast.
Red alert, shields up. Where'd they come from?
I don't know. They didn't show up on any of our long-range scans.
Damage report.
Shields holding, but they've knocked out the cloaking device.
Defiant to away team.
Go ahead, Major.
A Jem'Hadar ship just dropped out of warp. We're under attack. They didn't show up on any of our long-range scans.
O'Brien to bridge. You'd better get down here, Major. It looks like we...
Chief, respond, please.
Major, get down to engineering immediately.
On my way. Dax, you have the con. Chief! What do you think you're... Kira to away team.
Go ahead, Major.
Lieutenant Sulak's a changeling, Captain. He tampered with our long-range sensors and attacked O'Brien. It's a good bet the Dominion knows our mission objectives.
Acknowledged. Where's the changeling now?
It escaped into the ventilation conduits. I expect it'll try to sabotage other systems.
Major, lead a security team to hunt down and neutralize the changeling.
Acknowledged. Kira out.
O'Brien to Major Kira. Quantum torpedo systems are not responding. Sulak must be in the warhead control room at the front of the ship.
I'm on my way. Kira out.
Over there!
Kira to away team. We've lost shields. The Jem'Hadar are boarding the ship. Captain, I believe they intend to capture the Defiant, not destroy it. We're trying to stop Sulak before... Captain! Kira to O'Brien. The Jem'Hadar are jamming our ship-to-ground transmissions.
I'll see what I can do, Major.
Surrender. Destroy. Ah! Fire at will.
Heads up!
Surrender or be destroyed.
Nothing to report, Major.
Chief, I'm inside the warhead control room.
The Changeling has destroyed the master isolinear chip that controls the arming mechanism. Locate the malfunctioning rack and insert a replacement chip.
Acknowledged. Kira out. Chief, torpedo systems are back online.
Nice work, Major. Be out of a job if I'm not careful. Major, head to the aft engine room. The Changeling sabotaged the reactor's deuterium injector. We've lost impulse power.
Understood. Kira out. Maintaining position.
Major, the Changeling attacked Dalby. It escaped into that duct.
Surrender! Ah! Over there! Ah!
Chief, I'm in the engine room.
Good. One of the deuterium regulator chips has been destroyed. You'll need to replace it. There should be blanks inside the control room. Program the chip using a writer console, and then slot it into the faulty rack. But there's one more problem. Sulak's handiwork ruptured the thoronite exhaust vent above the reactor. You'll need a respirator to safely access the chip racks.
Acknowledged. Kira out.
Fire at ah!
Nothing to report, Major.
Surrender! Aegis! Ah! Over there! Ah!
deuterium injectors back on.
Nice work, Major.
Fire at will!
Major, head to engineering. I've captured the Changeling.
Drop your weapon, Major. The Defiant is now under Dominion control.
Stand up. Patache! Who that Jintok?
Don't make us kill you, Klingon.
Retrieved files.
Surrender while you still can. I promise you will not be harmed. Here, take it.
Prisoners have escaped from detention blocks 12, 17, and 25. Remember, obedience brings victory.
At will.
Remember, obedience brings victory.
Retrieve files.
justice!
Surrender immediately, or be killed by the Jem'Hadar. You will fail. Spare me.
Surrender or fugitive
It won't be easy beating the Obsidian Order at their own game, but failure is not an option this time. Starfleet Command has received reports of anomalous subspace disturbances around Haas Taral. It seems Terrell is making progress in developing her weapon, so we have to move fast. I've uploaded your mission objectives to your pad.
If all else fails, the Sorium charges I am going to place throughout the facility will terminate Terrell's experiments. I hope it does not come to that, but if it does, I will not hesitate.
I've modified the Defiant sensor pallets. They'll be fully shielded from plasma storm disruptions once we enter the Badlands. I just hope the course that Garrick's informant plotted for us steers clear of the worst of it.
Major, your transceiver implant will allow us to communicate while you're inside the base. But to avoid detection, you need to maintain radio silence for the majority of your mission. Good luck, Major. Or should I say, Alira.
Major.
Major, I'm sure you won't take this as a compliment, but you're quite fetching as a Cardassian.
Major, you're positively ravishing as a Cardassian. I guess beauty really is only skin deep. Seriously, your appearance should stand up to any cursory inspection. I just hope the Obsidian Order doesn't subject you to a genetic examination. Good luck, Major.
What'll it be, Major? A double of Kanar? Just kidding.
We'll maintain increased security while the orb remains on the station.
Personal log stardate 51965.2. Garrick's sources tracked Tyrell to Hastoral, a frozen ball of rock inside the Badlands. She's working inside an Obsidian Order base on the surface, trying to turn the orb into some kind of superweapon. This time we're keeping it simple. Sneak inside, find Tyrell, shut her down, get the orb, and go home. But in order for this plan to work, someone has to infiltrate the base as a Cardassian. I volunteered to be surgically altered and take the identity of Alira Rajal, a scientist assigned to the research facility on Hastoral. Working from inside the base, my mission is to neutralize its security systems, locate the orb, and signal Worf and the captain when we're ready to move in.
This is a restricted area.
My mistake.
I think I've lost sensation in my neck. Remind me, why did we set up base on a frozen wasteland? You're not authorized to be here. Continuing sweep of the area. Sensation in my neck. Remind me.
My mistake.
Increasing output from the Magneton pulse coil by 30%. Welcome to Hastoral, Alira Rajal.
Pleasure to meet you.
Your level 1 science card will be processed tomorrow. Until then, you will assist me with the analysis of Verderon emission data from the orb artifact. The energy readings from the artifact are incredible.
Drop your weapon! Drop your weapon! This is a restricted area.
Defiant. Acquired capacity key. I'm heading down to the research center.
Understood. Good luck, Major.
Inside biophysics lab. Lockdown in effect until further notice.
investigating disturbance.
You must be Alira Rijal. Welcome to our facility.
Pleasure to meet you.
Please follow me to the computer core.
This is a restricted area.
My mistake.
Three new arrivals will require level 1 access.
You're not authorized to be here. Continuing sweep of the area.
Experiment underway inside.
You look lost. Only level 2 personnel or above can enter the command center. You'll need clearance from your supervisor. Go to the administration circle on the other side of the complex. Continuing sweep of the area.
Experiment underway inside. Drop your weapon! Drop your weapon! Drop your weapon! Drop your weapon! Experiment underway inside biophysics lab. Lockdown in effect until further notice. Laboratory is a level 3 restricted area. Yulani Lauren is authorized to issue level 3 access cards. Go to the
Captain.
It has to be destroyed.
Tyrell!
It's evil, Captain. Pure evil. You can't understand. Let me destroy it now, before it's too late.
Emissary, thank you for leading me to the last orb of the Pah-wraiths. I couldn't have found it without you and your crew. Remove the orb from the containment beam and place it in the shell. I can't tell you what this means to me. Years ago, I found the orb on Gerardo, while we were excavating the old temple. Ever since that day, the Par-Wraiths have spoken to me through that orb, telling me what I must do. It's my destiny to gather all 3 orbs of the Par-Wraiths and open the door to their celestial temple. Then Bajor will realize the Par-Wraiths have been the only true prophets all along. The Grigari were a necessary evil, I'm afraid. Their methods may be crude, but I'm sure you'll agree they're effective.
You'll never get the 3rd orb, Obanik. I'll make certain of it.
Quite the contrary. An entire battalion of Grigari shock troopers have already taken control of Deep Space Nine and the SR-3 orb. Once I return to the station, I'll begin the ritual of Kost Karal Fanamoyan, the creation of a new celestial temple.
You mean a new wormhole? You really are insane.
Maurice, I realize this must be hard for you. But when you feel the love of the Par-Wraiths, you'll understand I did what was best for Bajor, and you'll thank me.
Captain, you must destroy the orb.
We don't know how.
I do. I spent years trying to harness its power. It can't be controlled, but it can be destroyed.
Captain, we've got company. A full platoon of Cardassians is on its way. We have to go.
How, Tyrell? How do we destroy the orbs?
Conjugated graviton beams. You can modify your phasers to fire them.
Thank you. We have to stop Obanik before he opens that wormhole. Cisco to Defiant. Beam us aboard and set course back to DS9. Best possible speed. Energize. Cisco to Odo, report.
Captain, Grigari pods have reached sections of Pylon 2, the docking and habitat rings, and the mid-core assembly. We've sustained heavy damage. Tactical and transporters are offline.
Sir, if the Grigari break into the computer cores, we could lose control of every system, including life support.
Ben, I'm detecting a Verderon cascade from inside Tyrell's laboratory. Obanik's attempting to open the wormhole.
Lock onto the orbs and beam them on board.
I can't get a lock. The Verderon cascade is disrupting the transporter signal. We can't beam anything into or out of the lab.
Odo, get the civilians to the lifeboats. If we can't stop Obanik and the Grigari, the station will be torn apart.
Understood, Captain.
Okay, people, listen up. Major, you'll beam into the upper sections of Pylon 2 and clear out the Grigari in this area. Worf, your job is to safeguard the computer cores. Do whatever it takes.
Aye, sir.
I'll take the ore processor section and try to stop Obanik. We'll all rendezvous at the laboratory. Chief, after you finish recalibrating our phasers to fire graviton beams, I'll need you on ops. Dax, you have the con.
Aye, sir.
Kost Navalt, Amogan, my children. Let us pray together and usher in the return of the true prophets and the rebirth of Bajor. Baja Korek, Pola Balani, Manam Kose Plaza, Makora, Baja Korek, Pola Bala. Welcome, welcome. We faced many trials, but your love gave us the strength to overcome. Guide us, embrace us, deliver us. Let us be your vessels.
This is Dax. The Grigeri vessel has been destroyed. Once they lost their weapons array, they tried to ram us. They were almost on top of us when we fired torpedoes. The shockwave from the explosion took out our sensors and propulsion. We're in pretty bad shape over here, but we'll assist you in any way we can while we make repairs. Good luck.
By the Wraith, but I forced it to withdraw.
Captain, the Wraith is heading back to the laboratory to replenish its strength.
Understood, Chief. Worf, head to the lab immediately.
Acknowledged. Warp out.
Wraith back into the rupture before it closes! Fire!
Personal log stardate 51968.4. After the proto-wormhole imploded, the Grigari retreated to their ship and escaped into the Badlands. We haven't heard any reports of their activities or locations since. O'Brien and his people are doing a great job, working 26 hours a day on the station and the Defiant. But, he tells me, it'll be a month before we get everything back to normal around here. I know I should be happy that we stopped the Pah-wraiths, relieved that we saved the station, but I'm not. I haven't been able to sleep since we defeated Obannik, since we defeated the Pah-wraith. What I am is afraid. Afraid of what the Pah-wraiths can do, and how vulnerable we all are. If they can corrupt a good man like Obannik, what'll happen if their power falls into the hands of someone who's truly evil, someone who isn't afraid to use their power? May the prophets protect us all.